After T-Skillet was recognized by the Death Watch, the Skilletonians got the solar power plant operational. They began to expand their money-making ventures into mining to help compensate for the lack of credits. With this growth and being recognized by the Death Watch, the clan started to grow in numbers. With these new recruits came a desire to once again taste combat. Plans were drawn up to make 2 jumps into enemy territory, one in Imperial space. Here, T-Skillet and the Skilletonians hoped to recreate their initial success with the capture of another Victory 2 Star Destroyer. The second jump would be in New Republic space. Here, the hope was to capture a Nebulon C, not as fancy as the Victory 2, but would send a message to fear the Skilletonians.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Skillet coming to you from the Interworlds mod, our Mandalorian playthrough. If you so far like the series, throw up a like on the video or videos. Think about subscribing if you keep coming back to the channel, and leave a comment. Why not? Say hello, say what's up. And thank you for the people that have left comments on some of the other videos, because some of your tactics may have come in handy. What you see before us today are spoils of war. Now, okay, so that one right there. Let's scoot up there. Okay, so now you see... Oh, no. We've got Imperial Gazanti with just a normal TIE fighter and a TIE Brute. The TIE Brute was recently captured after we got the Enforcer. Now, just like the intro talked about, we went for another Victory 2, and we went for a Nebulon C, which, we're going to be honest with you, the Nebulon C is, it's ugly. It's, I don't know what to think about it. Now, there is one more spoil of war on the Nebulon C. It is a...
Awaiting orders.
It is a E-Wing, which we were able to capture in a small skirmish just with New Republic forces. Now, as you saw in the intro, the Nebulon C and then the engagement with the Victory 2, forgive me, but somebody in one of the other videos did mention a tactic to use with the Victory 2 and switching out some of the cannons to ion cannons, which was helpful. Also, this mod has a different bailing algorithm, roughly, than the base X4 Foundations game. You can get people to bail out of large and extra large ships. Ion cannons are great because it really doesn't do any hull damage, and it can coerce, so to speak, the enemy to flee. Which is what we used our original Victory 2, which we have come up with names. So our original Victory 2 is called, and I am not going to pronounce this right, Tang's Legacy. The Tang were the Mandalorians, original Mandalorians that were forced out of Coruscant. Our second is Mando Aid, I believe, or AD, or Ada, something like that, which I believe is Children of Mando. And we got another promotion. Look at that. For the Nebulon C, we went with Republic's Regret, because as the intro stated, this was just a show of force, right? This is just to show, hey, we're here, be afraid of us, we can strike. And then we didn't do anything for the Gazanti. It's not a huge win. It's a medium class ship. But for the Enforcer, where did you go? We did Mythosaur's Return. The Mythosaur being, one of those legendary creatures that Mandos used to ride or kill or hunt, something of that nature. But I went there just because this is the third attack. Our clan, the Skeletonians, is on the rise. We are an up and coming force, and we are a force to be reckoned with. But what is also to be reckoned with? The economy. Yeah. Oh, T-Skillet is not a happy camper when it comes to the economy. Oh, I don't have a way to fill the gaps. I don't. Unless, and I honestly don't want to do it, which is why I haven't, but unless I become friends with the CSA, because we have done some exploring, because I do want to get the player HQ, I want to get to Protocol Null, which is a thing in this mod. So I'm trying to push out while we still have the CSA as friends, but the CSA has also boxed in the Death Watch as well, which isn't the greatest thing, but isn't the worst thing, because we are able to, push out into New Republic space and Imperial space, and they're not really able to push in because of that buffer of the CSA. At one point, we will go to war with the CSA, and I would really love for the diplomatic effort to also have Mandalore, or the Death Watch, go to war with the CSA as well. Now, the biggest strain is in Durasteel Plates, I believe. Actually, we just got all the Durasteel Plates. Okay, so this has been literally 0 for the longest possible time. Modular prefab, we need to figure out. We need to be able to figure out where we get that at. And then what I'll have to do more than likely is I will start shipping in modular prefabs from somebody that is friendly with us. Not them. That's the Rebel Alliance. Not the Hutts, because they hate us. Not the New Republic, because they hate us. Not the Galactic Empire, because they hate us. And no, they hate us. Ascendancy, nope, they hate us. The ICG, they hate us, but we are Arrakis. Arrakis. I do want to be friendly with the ICG. So that is a goal. And I was trying to expand, but I ran into more New Republic space down here in Kashyyyk in Trandosha. So I need to go through Jabeam. I need to go down through Jabeam just to get to ICG space. Get them to -19 so they don't attack me on sight. And we should be able to be friends with them, and then we can also get this. Now, if you did watch the Mandalorian series, you know this ship. This ship was used by pirates in Atmosphere. Apparently, it is a pretty decent gunship / corvette, which is something I also want, because I also think it's very Mandalorian-esque, right? It's very aggressive. Look at the aggressiveness of the ship. I think it would fit. I think it would fit well into an aggressive nature. So I do want to get this ship as well. And as far as I know, it is sold down in Geonosis. I can't remember of the people that sell it. We probably have not met them. I'm going to assume we have not met them. I don't see them. And somebody in the comments will probably be like, no, they're this people. And they're sitting in front of my face. I don't think it's Rendilli. Not Sinar. Don't know who it is, honestly. We'll get down there and we'll figure it out. The Hapes, I don't even remember coming across the Hapes, honestly. But what we're currently doing right now is we are trying to get refined metals going so we can get into Durasteel plates. We can get into Pre Fabs. We can start expanding on the current economic serenity that we kind of have, because CSA doesn't attack us anymore. There's not really any ingress from the New Republic or the Galactic Empire because of the CSA, which is a plus, but also kind of a minus. But, I mean, we're dealing with it really well. Things that have also happened because mining has become pretty prevalent, especially in Ordo, is the Yuzhong Vong have become a player. Now, the Yuzhong Vong are basically the same mechanics as the cock or the kayak, the pyramid people. They basically just replace them in this universe. So they're able to jump in, jump out. They don't have to fly through sectors. And so we have the rest of our remaining forces from our original episode 1 here in our fighting craft and patrolling Ordo, because this is where most of our mining is done. And so far we have, had pretty good success at killing the Yuzhong Vong pretty rapidly. Oh, they just built another station here. So I'm pretty happy with what we're doing. The mining and solar power plant has really kept us going in terms of credits, and every credit that we get gets repurposed into either ships or upgrades or whatnot, so we can really kind of carry on and hopefully build up the Mando economy where it could be something of a very thriving nature. Because Durasteel Plates have been a bit of a hassle when it comes to trying to build ships, but also to build the stations, because for this, I think I showed you guys the plan for the solar power plant. It used to extend further down, and it had 2 other docking pads, which I scrapped some of that just to save some money and save some time so we can really start producing power. We did get more blueprints so we can actually start producing some of those other base wares as well, which I hope is going to help us out, especially when it comes to building up the economy. But more importantly, for wherever in this universe our player HQ is, it is nowhere near Mando space. It's not. This is FTV or whatever. Just blank, just empty. It has 300% sunlight though, which is ridiculous. It's not here in Uter or Nazari. I butchered that name. I butchered it so bad. Where it can be is way down south, just roughly around here from Smuggler's Run. Could it be in Smuggler's Run? It could be. It could be in the Maw, which is somewhere over here, I believe, in ICG space. It could be somewhere near the Xenon, way over here. But we really need to find it, and we really need to start getting not just the economy going so we can buy more blueprints so we could start building out our own economy, especially when our player HQ is going to be forever away and we're going to take, battle to the New Republic or the Galactic Empire, or really the CSA, because the CSA are too numerous. They need to be knocked down a peg. So they are on our hit list, and we'll get there at one point. But that is where we currently are in terms of this universe. And it has been, I have poured a lot of man hours into this. Where actually are we in terms of time? 17 hours, 30 minutes, right? 17 hours, it feels a lot longer. I'll say that. It feels a lot longer. Me saying and looking at 17 hours, it's like, it's not that bad, but we don't really have anything to show for it either, other than our spoils of war. And we have to be very careful when we start getting more spoils of war because of the ship maintenance mechanic. So we do need to get more blueprints. We do need to have a good chunk of, we need a good income to be able to either pay for what we can't produce or build the stations to produce our, is it ship equipment? I think it's ship equipment. Or ship goods or something. There is a station, ship supplies. Couldn't think of the word supplies. Ship supplies. We need to be able to either build them or buy them, and we need a good income to buy them and or build them. But that's where we currently are now. And I think we're on the right footing. We just need to expand in the economy. We need to figure out how we can start expanding in Mando space to, bring in that income. We need to find that player HQ as soon as we really can. I think that's really going to help us, especially when it starts coming to technology and research. Teleportation, for God's sakes, I need to be able to teleport when the ship's more than 2 sectors away. It's a nuisance. But that's where we are. Now, if you have any thoughts, put them in a comment. But this is going to be Skillet signing out for now. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, morning, afternoon, whenever you do watch this. And again, this is the way.